Today I am here to talk to you about Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know with the first one, I gave it like a right down the middle, 2.5 out of 5, and I need to see the whole story to really form a true opinion because it felt like the first one was a lot of setup. Now, I've got to preface this by saying I love Zack Snyder and I love something that really gets on people's nerves, but I love a slow down action sequence from that man. I really do. So I was eating good in the first one, and I will say I was eating good in the second one too. There are so many, and to the point where I know it drives some people crazy, but I love it. I'm like, I don't know why. I eat it all up. So there's a lot of that continuing on in the second one. I've got to let you guys know that. So I know there's always a conversation that he loves a good slow down action sequence. I love a good slow down action sequence. Heck, there's slow down sequences. It's not even action. He's just going off in slow motion. And I'm like, all right, you know what? You do you, boo. You do it. You do your thing. Now, like I said, the first one I was very down the middle. I really need to see the full story. And, well, I still feel like I need to see the whole story. I mean, listen, guys, part 2 ends on like a cliffhanger. You know, it's like, hey, we're ready to go to war. And you're like, wasn't that the whole thing? Wasn't that the whole point? The first one was like set up. All right, we're collecting all these people, yada, yada, yada. This is clearly Star Wars and several other tropes like maybe Magnificent Seven, blah, blah, blah. All right, we've got everyone together. Let's go to war. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of action. I will say, there's also a lot more setup, unfortunately. The movie's about 2 hours long, and about halfway through, I was watching it. This is a quick story. My kids, it was time for them to go to bed. So I paused it to say, hey, girls, it's time to go to bed. And I realized, like, literally nothing had happened in the movie. Pretty much. Like, nothing had happened. It was like, set up. All right, we're getting ready for war. Okay, we're all going to tell our own little stories. So this is my story, and this is my story, and this is my story. And the point of this is to make you care. Because part of the issue with the first one was I didn't really care about people. A lot of people, like, especially, like, the dude that died in the first one. And I was like, I feel like I didn't know him, so, like, it didn't bother me. And I cry at everything. Guys, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know I cry at everything. Yeah, I still didn't care about him. Even after these quick little stories, they're like literally sitting around a table, like, let's share. You know, like in Survivor or reality TV shows, like Big Brother, it's like the last episode, second to last episode, and they're like, there's only a few people left. We don't know what to do, so let's have everyone talk about everything they've done, and it's kind of boring. That's kind of the vibe you get. I was just like, you know, I just don't care about any of these people, unfortunately, and that makes it very hard to care about certain fates of certain people, okay? I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but obviously not everyone makes it. And I cried everything, and I was like, I didn't even tear up. It's supposed to be emotional. The music that's playing, you can tell. This is like, okay, we're gonna give you a minute to cry, audience. Didn't really feel a thing. So the first half, again, very more setup. Okay, this is what's happening. Oh yeah, this dude's back, which we knew. You know, like, okay, let's go. We're going to have a fight, guys. And they're getting ready. They're like, we got a few days to get ready and train all you farmers to be able to fight, to be soldiers. And, I mean, they do a great job in a couple of days. I'm not going to lie. There's a few montages, a few things going on. And these people, they learn. Of course they do. And then you have the fight, the action for the next about hour or so. But there's still not a lot happening in the action, and it looks great sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't look so good. Some of the CGI is not. I don't know how it got worse from the first one, but it somehow did. There are some visuals that look great. Take with that what you will. I just didn't care, and I really wanted to. I really wanted to care about it. I wanted to care about these people. I wanted to care about this story. And I just I don't know. I just somehow lost the little interest I had from the first one. I still think Ed Skrein's a great villain. I loved him in the first one. I thought he was very good at being a villain. I always think he has. I mean, he's a villain in Deadpool. Like, he's very good at being a villain, and we do get that. But I also was like, we just got this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this feels very much like a rehashing, essentially, more or less, of the first movie. And you're like, okay. I don't know. I really wanted to like it, you guys. I really did. I just didn't. I don't know if I'll ever revisit it, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll try to watch them back to back, or I'll definitely watch the director's cut. That's also weird. The fact that Zack Snyder already has a director's cut planned. Like, and I'll tell you, I'm recording this 2 weeks before embargo, and embargo is a minute, 1 minute, literally 1 minute before this movie comes out. So if you've been watching this since it came out, even if you hit play the second this video dropped, the movie is already out on Netflix. So I think that really tells you what you need to know. And it's unfortunate because there is a great idea in here somewhere. I mean, it's called Star Wars, but there's a great idea in here somewhere. And Zack Snyder, like I said, I was eating good with all my slow down action sequences. I was happy about that. That made me happy. They're so ridiculous and they get crazier and crazier. And I was like, this is amazing. I can't believe he's still doing it. And I really, truly enjoy it. I'm interested to see whatever he puts together, whether it's one movie or two. We might know by now because the press stuff is already going to have happened. I just wish, I don't know, guys. I just wish it was better. I wish it made me care about these people, because I didn't care about any of them. There were parts where I was really bored, especially in the first half. And then at least the action is like decent and fun, but you know, it's all those tropes like, oh, there's a loaded something like a gun, like whenever you see a loaded gun, you know it's eventually going to shoot type of thing, right? So it's a lot of stuff like that. And then when it ends, I feel like we're in the exact same position, more or less, where we were at the end of the first one. And that is a bit infuriating because it also almost feels like what happened in these 2 hours to move the process forward. Just people died, some people died, but we're still setting up for a fight. Like, what's going on? And I love the robot. I wish I could remember his name, but I can't. And I love how he randomly got antlers an antler hat at the end of the antler crown at the end of the last one. He's great in this. He's fun. I like seeing him in action, which we see in the trailer. But I don't know. It could have been so good. And I just wish it had made me care about these people, and it didn't. But it is what it is. Not everything's going to be great. Some people might enjoy this. Listen, like I said, I love the action sequences, the slow down sequences, I should say. But I was having fun with that. And, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Rebel Moon 2, the Scargiver. So, yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to this? Are you going to watch it? It's out now. Check it out and come back and let me know if you agree. I could be totally off, base with how you guys feel. And that's what I love about movies. Movies are subjective, right? Everyone has their own opinions on movies, and that's what I like about it, as long as we can discuss them civilly. Yeah, so I hope some of you enjoy it. Come back and let me know if you did. Yeah, and there you go. But say it nicely. Be like, no, you're crazy, blah, blah. Don't say that. But just be like, no, I really liked it. And I'll be like, I'm so happy for you, and I really will be happy for you. The slowdown sequences, though, I don't even think I can count how many there were. They were so great. They just kept coming. I was so happy. So that was my takeaway. I was happy with all the slowdown sequence. I love a Zack Snyder slowdown sequence. Yeah, and I guess there's supposed to be more the way this ended, right? I don't know. I guess there's supposed to be more. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What comes next? Well, maybe we'll really actually get the big giant war that Snyder is setting up. So, we'll see. I think there's supposed to be a series 2 or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts. All right, guys. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.